Hey guys, it's Judy. Welcome back to the channel. So I watched Annabelle on Wednesday at AMC because they're celebrating halfway to Halloween with Blumhouse. So they had like a one night only where they were showing Annabelle in certain locations throughout LA County. So I was watching this movie because I hadn't seen it in such a long time. I'm a big fan of the Conjuring universe. So I was like, you know what? All of these houses that were filmed in the movie, they're specified as Pasadena and Santa Monica, they're all filmed in LA, which is like about a 30-minute drive for me. So here I am on Mother's Day. I canceled my Disney reservation just to have like a little spooky day out of filming locations. So I am going to visit all of the locations for the Annabelle creation. So we're here at the houses, then we're gonna go to the apartments, and then they actually use two churches for the church scenes in Annabelle. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. So I want to say happy Mother's Day. Today is Sunday, May 11th, and I hope if you're watching this and if you're a mom, I hope you had a wonderful Mother's Day. So let's get to it. All right, so here we are. We are in LA. This is on Gramercy Boulevard. This house here is the main house, the primary house of Mia and John. And then the neighbor's house, the Higgins, which in the movie they get killed by their own daughter. That's it. Actually, she kills her parents with her boyfriend. They were talking about Charles Manson in the movie and talking about how back in that era there was like a bunch of killings and murders and the occult. And yeah, this is the house. It's really cool. So in the movie you see Mia, when she hears like the bedroom scene, she kind of walks out through here with John. He goes, she waits for him, and then he comes running outside covered in blood, saying it's not my blood, just call 911. She goes back in the house. Now I'm not sure if the inside was filmed here. I believe so, but I know they also use sound stages at the Warner Brothers studio, so really hard to tell, but I'm assuming because it really does look like it's inside of the house. Okay, we're walking up a little bit closer. I'm obviously going to respect the house and the privacy. Very gorgeous house. Not too far from the corner here. Really pretty. And then for the Higgins house, the only difference I see is that they added like a fence. So I don't know if they had issues with maybe fans coming in. But yeah, this one is gorgeous. I was just telling my husband and my kid over here, it would be funny if they would have like an Annabelle like at the window, or like they have some little like a table and a chair right there. It would be funny if they left like an Annabelle doll in reference to the movie. That would be so cool. Such a pretty block though. Alright, we're using my husband's phone. So that's when the Higgins and John and Mia pull up.
Just make sure to take care of this one.
Really cool.
Did we ask about names yet?
Sharon.
What? It's not crying. It's just
Okay, this is the Higgins house. So the side is like the bedroom where Mia hears the scream. But like I said, they have like the fence. It's a nice fence too. Black. The nice little like canopy here on the entrance. Really pretty. This is the Higgins house. So they get killed right away in the movie, like the first, 15-20 minutes? So their daughter is Annabelle. So she's the one that comes back and kills the parents. Alright, so we took an 8-minute drive from the houses to the apartment. So in the movie, when John is about to finish med school, he talks about we're gonna have to move from Santa Monica to Pasadena. But in reality, here in movie magic Hollywood, it's only an 8-minute drive. Like we only took about a 2-mile drive. And so we're walking to the Pelmery apartment. So in the movie, they live in the house. And then after she experiences the fire and she has a baby, she's like, I can't move back to the house. Like I can't take the baby to the house. So they end up moving to Pasadena to the apartments. And this is where they meet Evelyn, forgot the actor's name, but this is where they live. So okay, so this is where she says the house is cursed, that she can't go back to the house. And then they do a inside shot, which I don't know if they film here. It's hard to find that information. But this is supposedly Pasadena when it's actually in LA. And they show the inside of the apartment. And the apartment actually looks a lot bigger than their house. Okay, so this is, I'm gonna do a shot over here. These are called the Langham apartments. Literally the same as in the movie. So there's like the main tower, the left and the right. And this is on 715 Normandy Avenue in Los Angeles, California. It is big. So in the movie, you'll see the actors here for a few times when Evelyn and John meet up for the first time and he's going to work. And then there's another crucial scene where she's walking the baby and then she gets back and then she sees like the image or the ghost of Annabelle through the reflection of the window. And so the carriage comes and then like there's like a dump truck or something and then like the whole carriage thing happens here. But in the scene when the husband goes to work, they have the camera facing this way and you can see that parking structure right behind it in the movie. All right, this is the scene. So John's going to work. So she introduces Evelyn to her husband. And you can see the parking here is like, I'll show you guys, the cars are facing that way. So it's still the same pattern of how cars park.
I felt like I had known them a long time. So, where's this beautiful family off to?
Oh, we're just seeing her now.
I had to get to the hospital. They put me on the night shift.
I think you did something terrible.
They say that I'm being rewarded.
Well, if you guys ever want a tour of the neighborhood, don't hesitate to call. Blessed day.
So you can see the parking structure right here. It looks a lot closer in the movie. So this is the scene right there. She gets distracted. She grabs the baby. See the parking structure in the back that's on the other street. And then she's literally standing right there. Very, very cool. Very iconic scene. This is so freaking cool. I think most of the iconic scenes were filmed here outside. We were trying to match up the video of the ending when Evelyn throws herself out the window. But when her body's on the floor with Annabelle, it's not these windows, because my husband thought that she falls straight from there, but the windows look like more from that corner. So I don't know if they were filmed here because these are round, and in the movie they look more like a square. But yeah, this is it. So freaking cool. And then let me show you guys the angle here with the parking lot. In the parking you can see, well, in the angle of them shooting when they're talking, you can see the parking structure here, and then you can see that the cars are still parked a little bit side. It's a bunch of apartments here. Literally just all apartments here. So it's really hard to find parking here if you guys want to come. But it's Sunday, so I feel like it was a little bit easier today. But just an FYI in case you want to do this. I want to see if we can verify if it's the same stair. It looks like it. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, it looks like the inside of the movie. It does look like, you know. Yeah, I think this is it when she's walking and she gets the cart. Oh yeah, I think it is. Wow. Oh my gosh. How freak. Look at this. Oh my god, look at that. What the heck? This feels haunted. We're gonna walk a little bit in to see if the stairs or the elevator match. Hi. I don't know if the elevators match. I can't remember, but I think that they do. Okay, so my husband says that the elevators match. I think the staircase matches too when she's walking up the steps. Cause she comes. Oh my god. I think this is the real, like the real steps. No way. I'm freaking out. Okay, we're walking up the steps. And I think these are the same angles where like the demon's hand comes out. Cause check this out. That's the same angle from the movie. I'm out of breath because I have like an adrenaline rush that I was able to match like the lobby and the stairs to Annabelle. The movie Annabelle. I am a big fan of The Conjuring, so dude, my heart is racing of just how, dude, I don't know, it's just such a thrill to be a part of that or see part of movie history, you know? Okay, so we're here at the third location. This is another 8-mile drive from the apartments. It was about 1.7 miles away. So everything, like the apartments, the house, and the two churches, they're all about a 2-mile radius from each other. And we are here at the first church scene. So there's two different churches that they use for the movie. So the first church scene is in the beginning of the movie when the baby's being fussy and Mia brings out Leah to the side, and then the father comes and says, "Can I take a picture of you?" That is one church. The church later in the movie where he picks up Annabelle and he tries to walk into the church doors and he like gets pushed back, that's a different church. So let's look at the first church right now. So we are on the street on Van Ness Avenue in Long Beach. I'm sorry, in Los Angeles, California. And apparently when I was doing research on this church, it's been used in a lot of movies. So it was used in Armageddon, Spider-Man 3, a Guns N' Roses music video called November Rain, Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3, and I think there was one more. I think Fight Club, I think. So yeah, tons of movie here. But unfortunately, it is gated. It's closed right now. But I noticed when I was rewatching the movie, I think it might be those benches right here, because I can see when she's talking to the father, that structure or like the brick wall, you can kind of see that in the movie. Here it is.
Mind if I take a picture of you? I like to hang photos of the newest.
So she's literally sitting on that bench that I just showed you guys. And then another way to confirm it is because there's, I don't know if it's going to show it again, but there's a little fountain right behind her. Let's see if they show it again. If not, we can, rewind it. See that fountain right behind him, right here? Oops, right there. And then that bench that I was just talking about in between the bushes is like right here. And it's a cute picture because he gives it to her at the end of the movie. So here would be like the fence where we're standing at. So he's standing right here facing that way, and she's sitting right here because that's the fountain. And you can see the branches, like the trees. Those are right there.
I still feel the Higgins absence every Sunday.
Yeah. So those trees are still there. So she's sitting right here in that little bench right there. Let me try to zoom in. And then in the movie, she has those branches behind her, and then this is where the father walks out from, and that's where that fountain comes out from. And then he's talking to her facing that way, and she's sitting facing this way. And it's unfortunately gated here on this side. So after she gets up, after talking to the father, you can't tell, but the husband is waiting right here. And so what my husband was pointing out, that these apartments here, they have this tall hedge right here. In the movie, you don't see that. It's just, you can see the apartments and like the windows, but you don't see this hedge right here. So it was filmed on the right side of the church. This church is located on the corner here on Van Ness and 3rd Street. And this is the front angle, which I don't think they show the front of this church. They only use this church for the side scene of them talking. But when the father picks up Annabelle and they show that, you know, him trying to walk in and he gets like blasted back, that's a different church. So I don't think they use the front of this one. But like I said, this one was used for Armageddon, Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Spider-Man 3, Guns N' Roses music video, and Fight Club. But the other one, the last location that we're going to, that shows the father trying to walk in, that one is really pretty. That one has like, it's a bigger church, but that one looks really good. I mean, this one's gorgeous too, don't get me wrong, but definitely 2 churches. So it's crazy, right? Like when I was trying to do research, I was like, wait, 2 churches, how? And I realized they only used the side for this one, and then the other scene was the front side. We just parked at the 4th and final location for Annabelle. This was exactly 1 mile from the last church. It was a 4-minute drive, and we made it to the church where the father picks up Annabelle, parks his car in the front, and tries to take Annabelle, try to lock her up in the basement or whatever he said he was gonna do. And he picks her up, he hears a noise, steps back, and then he continues to walk in through the door. And when he tries to do that first step, bam, he gets blasted all the way to the front. This is where it happened. This is a...
Is that both Korean? Well, they have
No,
English.
they have Korean, English, Korean worship. But this is called the Wilshire United Methodist Church on Wilshire Boulevard. Is it correct? He has Annabelle in the back seat. Alright, so there goes the angle of the church, which is that one right there. There's 3 doors, so I'm trying to see which door he tries to walk in. I think it's the middle one. And it's hard to tell a little bit, but opens the back door to get Annabelle. He's walking towards these steps. Can't tell if it's, I think it's that's his car parked right here. But yeah, those light fixtures, you can't see them. Yeah, it's hard to tell. I might have to just include the clip from Netflix. It's on Netflix right now, but those lights are not here. So he parks his car right here, walks right here. He's walking up these stairs. Yeah, okay, so my husband did confirm it's the middle door. So he's here, he's literally here. I think the door was already open, and so he's right here. And he obviously can't take the demon inside the church, so he gets blasted. He ends up flying and landing here with Annabelle, and then they do a shot and Annabelle's gone. So, and that's where he gets taken to the hospital, and that's where John sees him, because he's a doctor. So yeah, so they use that middle door. In the movie, they also show like a gargoyle in the beginning of the movie. I didn't see that gargoyle in the first church. I didn't see that in the second. It shows like it's like on the left side, because they do like a side shot of the church. So that could have just been maybe filmed somewhere else, or just added CGI. I don't know. But the church continues this way. But yeah, this is it. This is it. This is where he parks his car. Takes her out. Walks up the steps. And goes to that main door. Gets pushed back. Lands here. And then we think he's dead, but he's not dead. He's like still alive in the ER. Yeah, this is the final spot. The only spot that we couldn't go to today was the bookstore. I was trying to get an address for the bookstore where Evelyn works, but I could not find the address. It just said it was in Covina. So from LA to Covina, with traffic right now, it's maybe like an hour drive, and because I don't have the exact location, I cannot find or drive to it. But that's literally the only place we didn't get to go, the bookstore. The final Conjuring universe, called Last Rites, comes out this September 5th. I'm really sad to see the end of an era. This movie is going to be focused on the Smurl family. I don't know if that means the end of a franchise, because there is Annabelle movies and there are the Nun movies, and I think they might continue with maybe the Nun, but I did see that James Wan wants to do a spin-off movie with the Crooked Man from The Conjuring Part 2, so hopefully that happens. But yeah, really sad to see the story of Ed and Lorraine's investigations. So like I said, it's one of my top franchises ever. So doing Annabelle filming locations and being a part of that universe is very special. So, and I think it only took us like not even an hour to do all of this. So if you're in LA, you're visiting, you want to do some of this, you could visit these locations. Just make sure you're very respectful and mindful of these properties. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I have been wanting to do filming locations for a very long time, ever since I started my channel. I've done like the Michael Myers stuff because I go very often there, but I want to do, like, I'm glad I got this out of the way with Annabelle, but I've been wanting to do like a Nightmare on Elm Street video. The school from like the original one and the police station, all that stuff still exists here in LA, Hollywood area, but definitely want to expand besides doing like events and do a lot of locations. This is what I love to do. Years ago I did the Insidious homes. I have a reel on that. I don't know if I have a reel of that on my Halloween page. I know I had it on my personal page, but I love doing things like this. I love visiting locations of these movies. That means so much to me. But if you're not subscribed, make sure to subscribe. Make sure to hit the like button on the way out, and I will see you guys on the next video. Stay spooky and happy Halloween.